Rekkles and Baus.
And Rekkles Google questions. Basically what we're gonna be doing, me and Rekkles, today is we're going to be answering Google's most asked questions about
Google's most asked questions.
Let's do it.
Alright.
Rekkles holds the iPad and I'll answer the questions. The Baus FFS height. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yo, can we
Yo,
cut
yo,
this? This is not sure about my height.
It's
I'm
kind of
pretty
similar
sure
to
it's
me.
a passport, but
It's
of course
around
because
170.
I took this passport many years ago, so
think.
I'm pretty sure I've grown since then. On my passport it says 174 centimeters.
174, that's actually what I had. Exactly the same.
For sure, I'm taller than that. Hopefully.
It's literally exactly like me, so I believe that.
Volibear build. Okay.
The build is
Legal.
it used to be Cosmic Drive into Protobelt, but I think right now Protobelt Rush into Cosmic might be better. He should actually swap his build order.
Yes, I innovated the AP Volibear build. Not really innovated, I'm not the first one to do that, of course. Basically what I do with Volibear, there's three
Baus is just yapping.
stats on the Volibear. It's AP, there's
AP, health, and
CDR.
haste. Yeah,
So you
exactly.
just get any item in the game that gives AP, health, and CDR. That's Cosmic Drive, Rocket Belt, and like, I guess Blood Letter these days, and
Yeah.
Rift Maker. And
Yeah.
that's my Volibear build. The Baus FFS accounts. Ooh, I guess league accounts. I have a few. You know, what I like to do is make a new account that makes me feel better about myself, stomping noobs.
Yeah.
Probably noobs like you guys watching right now, stuck in silver. Because when you make an account, you can smurf and make me feel
Based.
a lot better about myself. No, not really. It's
Every
like
league content creator.
I use many accounts because I want to feel like when I'm playing on my main, the Baus FS, because I have a very unique playstyle, it feels like if I play on my main account, people will like play differently accordingly. It just
That's
feels
true.
like I'm getting ganked
That's
more
true.
often when
That's
they keep
true.
Baus FS enemies
100%, this is true. If people like 100%.
You
So
are playing viewer games when you queue up on your main.
yeah, that's
for sure.
true as well.
Switch.
Do I get the pad now? All right.
You got the pad. Age. Ooh, skip.
Reckless age.
Getting a little bit old.
How old is he? He's like 29 or
I'm
30.
turning
Wait.
29 this year.
29.
I guess for league I'm getting old. Kind of old for league.
No,
But
don't
I think
so.
for life I am still in my youth, and I kind of realized this when I moved back to Sweden, because a lot of my friends and people around me have kids now and are
Yeah,
married and
I
live
feel
like
the
a
same as
completely
Rekkles.
different lifestyle to me.
So many
So I still feel like
marriages
I'm
or
in my-
kids.
I'm like
Crazy.
in the world doing whatever. I think I shouldn't feel stressed about anything. Just enjoy it while I can. And once it's my turn to live the family life, I guess I will do my best to
Is
enjoy
that something
too.
you feel like you would want to do one day
No,
in
not
the
really.
future?
No.
Ah.
The thing is, my sister has 2 kids,
Yeah.
and I don't really want kids myself.
Mm.
Like, her having kids is enough for me, because I get that feeling during Christmas and other family, what you call it, family högtider. You understand what I mean?
Holidays.
Holidays, yeah.
Yeah.
So like Easter and Christmas, when there's no kids in the picture, it's like a family dinner. You're hanging out with people you always hang out with. But now that there's kids, all of a sudden Santa Claus is exciting, and the Easter Bunny, and I think I should enjoy this time.
Can't
while I
really
can.
relate
I shouldn't
there.
feel stressed to like enter that lifestyle. You
Yeah,
know
you
what I mean?
shouldn't.
I'm only
Santa
29.
Claus.
If you look at it that way.
Well, I
Yes.
mean, you
I
are
mean-
29.
Almost.
I'm thinking, you know.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Baus
For
trolling
me,
is
it's very much
hilarious.
I'm only 29,
Yeah.
or only 28, turning 29.
This is like
Anyway,
complete
moving
cope,
on.
bro. With his uncle. Dinosaur
OTGG.
age.
I realized when I swapped role to support that quantity is better than quality right now, because I'm learning a new role and new champs. I think just spamming the game as much as possible is more important than having high quality games. Like, let's say, like I've never
True.
played Pike, for example, but when I played AD carry, there was no champion I haven't played. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
No matter what, I would have 1,000 or 2,000 games on that champion, so it wouldn't be new. But now it's like, oh, I've never played that champ. I'm learning it for the first
We
time.
might be going off topic here, but do you feel like ADC champions is like when a new one got released?
Mhm.
Do you feel like it was like similar and easier to learn because ADCs are more similar as champions than support? Because in
For
support,
sure, yeah.
you're like one is melee, one is range,
Yeah.
one is skill shot, one is engage, whatever.
Yeah, for
Whereas
sure.
ADC is like auto attacks.
That's why I'm impressed with solo laners, because you play
Rekkles about to
you play
compliment
the same
me.
role, but you play different classes. You know what I mean? You can play a tank or a booster or an assassin. It's completely different play style. So now I really
He's thinking
understand
about
that
me here,
It's not
for
so
sure.
easy to be like a solo laner or a jungler because the champions can differentiate so much. And I think same for support, yeah. But AD carry, it's always like, I'm ranged, I'm squishy, I did a lot of damage, I need time.
This is true, yeah.
It was easier.
A lot of
to
ADCs are
pick up
pretty
champions
similar, unless you were talking about something like Zari, who's kind of unique, right?
as they came because it was almost always the same. Net worth. Oh, I have no
Oh
idea.
my god.
What is that anyway? It's like how much I'm worth as a human being, or
Yeah, it's like, how good of a human being are you?
No, 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 no. How much money you
You
have?
should answer that question.
No, I think it's like, I mean, I would never answer this, right? Because
But how do you even know?
in Sweden we don't talk about this, right?
But how do you even know? Or is that how much money I have?
It's basically how much money you have in the bank account. If you own a house or a car or something, that gets added to it. pretty
Yes,
much.
yes.
So in
Baus
Sweden,
knows.
we don't really talk about salaries even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
It's
very
like taboo to ask that. Yeah.
yeah, we're very private with this stuff. But I mean, go you can. It's your question.
I think as a support, I am a little bit less net worth. As in Curry, I was a little bit higher. But we're getting there. I would say my curve is going up. So hopefully one day I can be like same net worth as when I was 80.
PR answer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's move on. Twitter. I don't really use it anymore.
Yeah,
I
it's a
turned to
good
X,
thing.
I lost interest. I don't know why. Do you use Twitter?
This is garbage.
Or well, I guess you call it X these days. But back when it was Twitter, I found it like a little bit interesting. I was kind of staying away from it, or social media in general. I never really liked. But back when it was Twitter,
Elon
I
Musk
felt
ruined
like
it.
had some kind
Garbage.
of interest to it. Like it was interesting to hear about the Twitter drama and whatever. But now when it's X, I feel like it's just ads. It's like what Facebook turned into. Did you use Facebook back in the day when it was new?
Way back, yeah.
And you'd actually go there and you'd check your newsfeed and you'd get information about what your friends were doing and your family
Yeah.
were doing, and people would
Yep.
post stuff there. Now, if you go there, it's literally just ads, or I think they don't call it shorts; they call it like
Reels, or yeah,
right?
maybe I don't know. Do you use any social media?
Instagram a little bit, but it's just because I feel like my for you page becomes like what I'm watching,
Okay.
and I really enjoy watching CS. So my entire for you page is CS. It's football and a little bit of music.
Okay.
I enjoy watching like.
I never
DJs or
use any like for
playing
you
at a cool
page
event
on
and actually the
Instagram.
hype. When I use
Ever.
like, the actual part of Instagram where you follow your friends and stuff, no.
No.
It's
I can
just, like,
literally
for you
open it
page,
right now and it's
you
just
get,
girls,
like,
I'm
the same
telling you, and I
all
literally
over.
never
I'm really
use
interested in following
Instagram
football.
because it's
I
just
feel like
brain
it's
rot.
an easy way to keep up because the more I look
Right.
at football, the more I
Actually,
get
no,
into
it's some
football.
lost ratones.
And then I keep up with everything.
And Velia and Baus.
Not.
Wait, never mind.
I
Faker.
use like
Weepa.
Twitter.
Wait, it's a lot of
Twitter,
leak stuff
like, it used to
actually.
be better, I think.
I take it back.
Like I don't know what happened to Twitter. I saw like.
I thought it's just girls.
The other day. Like I
don't
went
think
on
you'd use-
Twitter. Like I don't want to see that, right? I go on Twitter and like I see the most absurd stuff ever. I
But
don't
it
use.
used to be like that, right?
No, of
It's
course
new,
not.
like
It's
that.
new.
Sure,
I mean,
it's like whatever
I
else.
post maybe like a tweet once in a while, but
Yeah.
it's not anything clever.
Switch
Oh,
again.
we're switching again.
Oh.
More questions.
More questions.
More questions.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I thought that was it.
Does the Baus
Okay, we speed it up.
have autism?
Wait.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Who's been searching this, huh? Are you serious?
It's from the Garen clip. I think.
From the Garen
I
clip.
remember. I do not have autism, what I know of. I haven't really tested myself for anything, right? But I haven't really shown any signs of autism.
How autistic do you consider yourself?
Justice!
But I haven't really shown any signs from what I know. So, but if you guys think maybe I should,
Baus and Clan.
look it up, you know. Does the Baus of West dad work at Riot?
No.
This is a little joke that started happening. I don't know if you even know this
No,
lore.
I've never heard this.
So basically what happened is I die a lot, right?
Yeah.
And then people saw it. I started getting banned for feeding. How I saw it is that Riot changed the penalty system. So it was easier to get banned for feeding.
Yeah.
I started getting banned left and right. And then I sent like a message to a Riot employee and be like, hey, I got banned on my account. Can you please look at the game and see if I really deserve to beat? And then they looked at the game and they saw, oh, okay, he's not actually griefing.
Yeah.
Right. So then I got unbanned.
Kappa.
And I got banned again. And then I did the same unbanned. So this became a joke that I have my dad working at Riot who keeps unbanning me every time I get banned. I guess.
But nowadays you don't get banned anymore, do you?
I do not. Maybe I've improved or... Does the Baus of us have Instagram? No, I do not. No Instagram here.
Why
I
not?
have X and Twitter, the X and Twitch and YouTube. That's the social medias I have. Where does the Baus of us live? You want the exact address? I can show you. I live in Sweden. More specifically, I guess Stockholm. And that's all you're gonna get from me. What does the Baus
cool.
of us mean? I came up with this name Season 2 when I started playing League.
Did you have a name before actually?
Actually, he told the
played
story
World of
once, but I don't
Warcraft.
remember it.
And I named myself like Giant Gnome or something. It was like a
Giant
game
gnome.
thing.
So that was the OG name, like your very first one.
I guess so, yeah.
Giant gnome.
And then I came to League and I was like 12 years old or something. So I was like, when I'm in game, I want people to like respect me. I want it to be like, damn, this guy. And I want like the Baus FFS.
And FFS means for fuck's sake.
Yeah. So I was like, this is cool. But to be fair, it was cool back then. Because I don't know if you remember, but like back in the day,
Actually worked out
Call of
well.
Duty,
Yeah.
people would have like their name and then like WTF or
Yep.
Yeah.
XX,
Yep.
cool guy, and then their name. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So this was actually the meta back then. How does the Baus FFS win? League of Legends games. I guess people see my KDA and they're like, okay.
He destroys
how
the
does this guy
Nexus.
win? He's 0-10. And how do I win? I mean, I usually just hit the Nexus, and that's usually how you win League of Legends games. Long story short, I make enemy tilted by chasing me around the map, and then my team wins the game for me because everybody's chasing me. Moving on.
Moving on.
These are your questions now.
Yeah, I think we're swapping. Why Rekkles? Join T1. Well, I always wanted to play in Korea. That one was like on my bingo card, so to speak.
Yeah.
When I have been going through the years, I
Bro.
always thought playing Korea would be like this.
I remember when Baus came to Korea in the April, and he was thinking what to name his account, and he was like T1 Baus, and I told him, yes, do it, it's so good, and then he didn't do it, I think.
Coolest of the cool things to do. So when I got the chance, it was a no-brainer to say no to everything else and just go. Of course, I wish I could stay longer or that it happened earlier. I think those two are kind of connected. If this happened earlier in my life, like let's say I was in my early 20s, I think I'd just stay in Korea forever. Nothing to lose. But I went there when I was 27, so it felt a bit late to commit my life completely. I was kind of burned out at this point, and I thought more so that I'll go for as long as I can, but I won't push it because I don't want to destroy myself for this.
Yeah.
And after a year's time, I had the Los Ratones offer, and it just sort of like lined up with where I was in my life. Thought 1 year was cool, but saying no to Los Ratones would be like a mistake, perhaps.
Then you would never meet me.
Exactly. Well, we met before, but yeah. Getting to play from home, Los Ratones is gonna be like a really cool opportunity, which it has shown to be. I mean, we're living the good life, I would say.
Okay.
Why do I switch to support? So this one is a bit more complicated because even though I've always thought about playing support and had in my mind that I would be a good support, it was more so the fact that I didn't have successful years for 2021, 2022, 2023, and me thinking that I would not get more chances in the LEC as an AD carry. Especially because we had such a bad year in 2023, I was like...
Isn't that the year where he was playing with
for
Rocks?
half that year before I got benched.
Oh.
And since I got benched in G2 as well, and the year before the Fnatic year, I played in K Corp, which was our level, ERL level.
Right.
I feel like people had like counted me out as AD carry. They didn't believe that I had it anymore. And regardless if that's true or not, once you get like that stamp on you that you're not good enough, it's hard to remove that.
Yeah,
no matter how good I am, how much I grind the game, because people have this idea in their mind that I'm not good anymore, it will be like almost impossible for me to prove them wrong. So I thought, since I always wanted to swap to support, maybe now is the correct time. Instead of like battling against this narrative for forever and ever, I just say, fuck the narrative, I'm gonna go support and try it out.
Damn,
Are you
bro.
happy with this decision?
Bro, like, it's supposed to be Google autocomplete interview, but like, they're just interviewing each other right now, you know what I mean?
Like, oh, I want to go back to playing ADC.
I have been thinking that maybe I want to end my career as AD carry for the good old days,
Yeah.
so to speak.
That would be banger.
But I haven't thought twice about swapping, like if the decision was correct or not, because once I swapped, I got the T1 offer, and then I got the Los Ratones offer. So my resume as support is T1 in Korea and Los Ratones, which is like two of the coolest opportunities I've had in my career, I would say. So I actually think the opposite nowadays. If I didn't swap, I would have missed out on this. Probably I wouldn't have been here today, and I would.
Oh, 7
been
crowny.
in Korea, right? So I think swapping was a really good choice. Now I have like the, how to say, the proof of it. So happy.
Next one.
Why Rekkles has bodyguards? Oh, that was in Paris, yeah. Because the thing is, I'm a bit scared of people in general. Like if you're in a place with a lot of people, you start like panicking.
You feel like closed in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not really being claustrophobic. It's something else, but similar feeling, I would say. So when we were in Paris, there was a lot of people, and the French people are much more like close going than the Swedish people. If I met a bunch of Swedish people,
actually,
no one would come in my vicinity because
actually I experienced the same kind of shock when I went to Spain for the first time, because like everyone there, they just hug you all the time and they give you kisses all the time. I was like, what the hell is going on?
That's how Swedish people work. If we're on a bus together, no one's gonna sit next to me unless they really, really have to. And maybe even in that case, they might just skip that seat and stand up instead. But French people are much more close going, and it's like a cultural thing. They are used to things being this way. And as a Swedish person, I'm used to things being the other way. And with my diagnosis on top of that, I panic a little bit when I'm in a place like the Paris event was. So I just asked for people to help me give my circle of space. And after that was easy. So it was more about like getting my bubble of space. I like my bubble. I don't want people to come too close.
Yeah. I'll always be your bodyguard. Every time you want.
Velia is the bodyguard of the team.
All right, moving on to the next question. Is the Baus a pro player? well, I'm here, aren't I? I became pro player.
Damn right you are.
Year. This is my first ever split as an actual pro player. I've been part of teams back in days like the 2019 G2 run. I was technically a substitute for a team, but I didn't actually play any games, right? So this is, yes, I am a pro player, and this is my first ever year playing right now.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, I am. I think...
But it's not only good, like not only the happy.
I think the idea that I have to learn new champions, because I play League of Legends for fun. I've always played League of Legends to have fun. For me, it's a game. It's not. A lot of pro players see it as a job and they see it as like competition. I've always played League of Legends to have fun, and if I need to learn a certain champion and meta or whatever, and then I go on my free time, I have to play solo queue, and I'm forced into learning something that kind of takes away the fun of it.
Yeah,
I
True.
think Lost Ratones, K-Droll, how he's made everything happen, and all my teammates, they make up for it a million times, because I'm really having a good time being in the team and being a pro player right now. So
that's nice.
there are some negatives, but the positives outweigh them. Yeah. Is the Baus the best? Good. Yeah. I'm the best.
Yeah, he's the best.
I'm the best. There's no one like me, okay?
Actually,
Is he good? What is that?
It's
you're one of a kind, and you started your first pro game with solo killing Faker and being T1. No one is ever gonna be able to say that.
Who has first ever professional game solo killed Faker?
And 100% win rate so far, winning everything you touched.
Yeah.
Like actually, I don't know if there's anyone that has done this, or ever will be anyone that's done this. No matter how hard they try. I don't think it's possible. I think it's just you, yeah. GG.
Thanks to you as well. Thanks to my teammates. Is the Baus the best German? I'm not German, I'm Swedish, like Rekkles. At the start of my streaming career, there was a lot of, there was some Twitch streamers that were big. Special shout out to No Way For You. We're gonna be playing you hopefully in the finals.
I was recorded back then.
They saw me in solo queue and they were like, oh, this is the Baus of SK, he's really good and stuff. So at the start of my streaming career, I think 90% of my viewer base were Germans. Because in the German community, I got a lot of love from a few special streamers. So shout out to the German community, but I'm Swedish. Final one.
Last question.
Us, Rekkles, speak Korean. Chogum Hangul.
Is that a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit Korean. I practiced almost every day when I was living there, because I wasn't sure yet if I was gonna move back or if I was gonna stay forever. But either way, I thought it would be like the minimum for me if I moved to another part of the world to try to learn their culture and language. I did the same.
You don't need to.
Back with K Corp.
Korea
just feel
speaks
like
decent
it's,
amount of English.
Responsibility as a
The
foreigner
translators
to
are good
try
there.
to understand people, how they behave and how they're talking and everything. I think it's like a part of the job, so to speak. For me, it was a no-brainer when I went to Korea to actually learn the language. Does Rekkles get a world skin? No, I don't. I don't think I would want one anyway, because it's weird for me to say that I want worlds and have it like forever in a skin. I think I'd rather wait and maybe one day build worlds myself and get a skin that way. That would feel more like...
You should take the
this is
skin
my
if there
skin,
was
I
one.
deserve that. I don't know if I would feel... I think I'd feel a bit weird if I had a skin, actually.
When you didn't play?
Yeah.
I would take
But
it.
I'm getting a ring, and the ring is like only for me, right? Like no one is ever gonna see that. That's just for me, and that I'm happy for. 'Cause
The
I
ring?
did
He gets a
actually
ring?
Spend a whole year in Korea, and I was with
That's
them at
crazy.
Baus and did whatever I could to help them, right? So getting some kind of token to show that I was there and won it with them is gonna be nice. But I wouldn't want it to be a skin. I think a ring is perfect.
If you got a skin, what champion?
Probably Senna, I think. Because Senna is AD carry and support, so it fits like where I'm at. Played AD carry, now I'm support. Senna plays both roles. I'm probably the best Senna in the world as well, so
Damn.
I think
Yeah, you
it's
are.
so hard.
Damn.
Does Rekkles have kids? No, I don't. And I don't want either. But my sister has two, and that's nice. I'm godfather, so it's like kind of my... I mean, it's not my kids, right? But I'm a part of their life. And whenever they see me, they're happy. I think that for me is enough. When they see me, they know my name and they're really happy to see me. And when I left, they always tell my sister like, "Oh, I look forward to next time I see Martin."
Well,
Then I know I'm doing a good job as the godfather because they look forward to see me and they enjoy their time with me.
but that's the best. You get to be there in like happy moments,
Yeah.
but you don't have to change like diaper.
Skip everything else. Skip everything else. Does Rekkles get a ring? Well, I just answered that. I will get a ring. Yes. Does Rekkles have a wife? No, I don't. Well, unless. Or.
What the fuck?
If you're asking.
What the fuck?
I can be
Where did that? What was that?
Thank you so much for the.
I didn't expect that.
Thank you for googling about us. It was a pleasure to answer these, and
This is all fun.
we'll see you in the next video. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, when
See
am
what
I
me and the
doing
wife
that?
can Cook up in the next video.
Thank you so much, guys. That's all for us. Have a good rest of the night.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bro, when do I get to answer Google's most famous questions? Poor Nemesis left with Sally. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, the YouTube comments are... the YouTube comments already see it. I want to do a Googled, most Googled questions with Cajal, and then it's going to be like... For Cajal, it would be like... Why did Cajal cancel it?